Hello and welcome to the fourth quarter Sheriff's Roundup for 2016. I'm Sheriff Bill Brown, coming to you this time from the Santa Barbara County Public Safety Dispatch Center at our headquarters campus near Goleta. Most people will only have the need to call 911 once in their lifetime, but it may be the most important call that they ever make. Our county dispatchers are the calm voice on the other end of the line who provide life-saving advice and instruction to callers in times of crisis. These highly trained, dedicated professionals work around the clock to ensure that people get the help and resources they need as quickly as possible. They are a lifeline, not only to the citizens who are calling for help, but also to the first responders who rely on them for accurate and detailed information. In 2015 alone, the County Dispatch Center handled more than 235,000 calls for service, which translates into 645 calls per day. Our dispatchers are doing more than ever before. Here's a look at how they are saving lives and making a difference.
911. There's this gentleman laying in the street here. I don't think he's doing really good.
Tell me if you can hear or feel any breathing.
He's got no breath.
No breath. Okay, we're going to start CPR. Listen carefully. I'll tell you exactly how to do that. Okay, you're going to pump the chest hard and fast at least twice per second. We're going to do this at least 600 times or until the fire department gets there. Tell me when you're going to start.
Now.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, count as you're doing them, everybody.
Good.
The dispatchers are truly the first responders. We're the very first line of communication on the scene of any accident, medical emergency, law enforcement problem, because they are calling for help, and we initially have to make sure we're asking the right questions. Is it a problem? Is it a medical? What's going on? And then get the proper resources going out there. So everybody that works here definitely takes on that responsibility of making sure they're doing their job properly so that we get the proper help out there.
The exciting part about this job is that, one minute you're talking to somebody who can't find their car and they think they got towed or misplaced, and then the next time you got somebody who's screaming because they just found somebody choking or found them down, passed out on the ground. You just never know what you're going to get, so you're always at a ready state of what's the next call going to entail? What do I have to be prepared for? It doesn't really hit you until you start answering your first few calls, and then you start getting used to it, and you start building a base of, I've handled this kind of call, I've handled this kind of call, and then you start to build on those as you go. But it takes a while. I did not feel complete in my training until almost 2 years into the job, and even then, every day you're learning something.
To me, every day is going to be different, and I like helping people. That's probably one of my biggest drives is, always trying to assist people.
It does come with rewards as far as, you feel like you're actually making a difference to people. They're calling for help, you're getting them that help, and then they're getting transported to the hospital, or law enforcement's showing up and helping them get that situation under control. So you are able to help people every day.
Okay, keep going. The help is on the way. Okay? But don't stop. Keep going until they get there. Don't stop.
Just listening to them, being sympathetic, letting them know that you're there for them to help them. I think that's our biggest goal as a dispatcher, is to let them know that we're here to help you. We'll find a solution. We're the first point of contact. And, if a dispatcher isn't on it and letting that caller know that, we care, we want to listen, we want to help, that's a major life-changing experience for that caller. If you get somebody who doesn't care, that caller's going to remember that type of stuff.
For anybody who's looking at doing this job, it is a rewarding job, and there are days that are going to be stressful, and there's things that you have to be prepared for that you never thought you'd hear or have to deal with on a daily basis, and that's what we do. Come by, ask to do a sit-along to kind of see if this is what you want to do. We've had plenty of people who tested and thought this is what they want to do, and then they do the sit-along and go, that's way more than I thought it was going to be, and they go, that's not for me. And that's great. That's fine. We'd rather them find out early than to get fully vested into it and not be their career.
You have to be able to concentrate on your radio, you have to be able to answer the phone, you have to be able to listen to your partner's conversations, you have to be listening to someone who's call taking across the room to be able to put all these dots together. It's really a cohesive effort between the entire group and everybody working together, and you're listening to your partner take a phone call and you're like, wait, that sounds very familiar to something I just did a couple minutes ago, and then you're able to put the 2 and 2 together for putting calls together, and like, okay, this person that just called is related to this call that we took 5 minutes ago, or something that they're on right now, that kind of a thing. It really is a team effort all day.
Your emotions go up and down constantly, and I think that's a hard thing for a lot of people to deal with too, is the emotional roller coaster that a dispatcher rides throughout the day, personally throughout their career.
Something that's very hard as part of our job is we're so removed from the actual incident. You know, we're just hearing things. It can sound a lot worse than it really is, or it can sound not bad at all, and then we find out later it was terrible. It takes a certain personality to be able to do the job. It's not just a job you can come in and learn and anybody can do it. It honestly takes a certain personality to be able to deal with those high stresses nonstop. You have to be able to navigate those emotions with people. And if you're up here, they're gonna go even higher. So, you know, a calming tactic that we use a lot is bringing their voice down. Because if they're screaming at the top of their voice and you're screaming on top of them, nobody's getting any help.
What's going on there?
I just got hit! Hurry up! Somebody punching me! I didn't even do anything, please!
Okay,
He's on drugs and he's stuck!
I know, they're on the way there, okay? Does he have any weapons?
I don't know!
We've had several recent calls where people have been recognized for their help through EMD and helping save a life, being a part of the vital link of rescuing, helping somebody come back. Those recognitions really kind of validate why we do what we do.
I feel like our county has been involved in a lot of major incidents. And I feel like that is when our center is at its best, because we just all work together as a team and get through those critical incidents together. We get help to the public, and we're assisting our brothers and sisters out in the field as well.
26! I need medic! Call 3! I am down!
I copy. What's your location?
Third 26! I'm at 6770! They'll fly ya!
There's an officer down. I copy. We got medics en route. Units en route to assist.
Our dispatchers are rock stars. I mean, they work so hard. They're putting in overtime. They're on lack of sleep. I mean, they're just really doing their best, and they show up and they work hard every day. And I'm very, very proud of our team and everybody that I work with, because they come in and do their absolute best every day.
Thank you to all of our dispatchers for the incredible work that you do behind the scenes to ensure that our citizens are protected and that our deputies and other first responders go home safely to their loved ones. The Sheriff's Office is pleased to announce a new service that will hopefully cut down on the number of non-urgent calls to dispatchers and deputies. We now have a new citizen online reporting system on our website, which allows the public to file certain types of reports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from the convenience of their computer or cell phone.
Hello, my name is Deputy Erik of the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office. I'm pleased to tell you about our citizen online reporting system. This convenient service allows you to file certain incident reports 24 hours a day from any internet-enabled computer or mobile device. It's important to note this service is not meant for in-progress or emergency calls. Always call 911. Also, the system is only designed to report certain types of incidents, and it's not meant to take a place of calls that require a deputy's prompt response. Before using this system, please make sure the incident you are reporting occurred within the jurisdiction of the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office. Finally, please be aware that filing a false report is a crime. Now let's get started. From your computer or mobile device, log on to the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office website at www.sbsheriff.org. Then click on the button that says File an Online Report. You will be directed to the Online Police Reporting System page, which has basic information about the system and required criteria needed to file an online report. As you can see, there are many incidents listed. You can use the system to make a report for property thefts, credit card fraud, ID theft, vandalism, trespassing, harassing annoying phone calls, lost property, civil disputes, child custody violations, vacation check requests, and animal complaints. For our video example, we're going to use theft from an unlocked vehicle. Once you click Start Report, the next page will confirm you understand the definition of a theft from an unlocked vehicle. You will be asked if your windows were up and if your doors were locked. Remember, if your car was secured and force was used to gain entry, this is considered a burglary, and you will need a deputy to respond. For our current example, you will click No and then click Continue. The next page asks you to verify whether you're making this report for yourself or a business. In this case, we're an individual, so we'll do that. Now you'll need to fill out required information, which is indicated by an asterisk. That information includes name, address, phone number, email addresses, and so on. Please note that you have a total of 30 minutes per page to fill out the information before the page times out. Once you have filled out the information, just click the Continue button at the bottom of the page. In this next page, you'll need to enter as much information as you can about the theft that you are reporting. If you took any photographs or have documents to add, you can attach it at this point. Almost all formats for digital photographs and documents can be attached. Videos cannot be attached given the size of the data normally associated with a recording. There is a 6 megabyte limit for each attachment. If you have a video you would like submitted with your report, please burn a copy on a CD, DVD, or a memory stick. You can then contact the Sheriff's Office to drop it off at one of our stations or have a deputy pick it up once you're done with your report. You will be able to double check all of the information on the review page and make any necessary changes. Once you are satisfied with the report, click Submit Report. That's it. You have just completed a theft from a vehicle online police report. If you still have questions about determining if filing an online report is right for you or need assistance in filing an online report, please call 805-681-4100 during normal business hours or 805-683-2724 after business hours. Thank you, and we hope you find this additional public service tool helpful and useful.
Thank you, Deputy Delgadillo, and everyone who worked on getting this convenient new reporting system launched and available for use. For a more in-depth tutorial, go to our website at www.sbsheriff.org. October 11th was a historic day for Santa Barbara County. After 3 decades of discussion and collaboration, ground was finally broken on the much-anticipated Northern Branch Jail at an event attended by several hundred people. The official celebration to mark the beginning of construction was held at the site of the future 376-bed, 133,000 square foot facility on Black Road near Santa Maria. The jail groundbreaking was attended by community leaders and citizens from across the county, as well as many stakeholders who have worked diligently over the years to make this project a reality.
This is a significant day in Santa Barbara County history. It is especially gratifying to know that we are bringing a much-needed modern facility to benefit public safety officers and to improve public safety in the North County. I'm happy to be a part of this historic moment.
Some said it would never happen, but today we will formally and finally break ground to build the Santa Barbara County Northern Branch Jail. This will be the largest public works project in the county of Santa Barbara's history. The construction of this $111 million, 376-bed facility will create jobs and infuse millions of dollars into our local economy.
Keep up the good work, Santa Barbara. It's a pleasure to be here, and I look forward to your impacts on your criminal justice population. Thank you.
After the speeches, the stakeholder representatives, wearing official hard hats and holding gold-colored shovels, participated in a traditional dirt scoop to mark the official beginning of construction. I then had the memorable opportunity to operate a backhoe to scoop up and dump a bucket full of dirt on the construction site. The project is expected to take 2 years to complete, and the Northern Branch Jail is scheduled to open in the spring of 2019. Thanks to everyone who was part of making this important project happen. The Sheriff's Office Mounted Unit has a new home, thanks to the Sheriff's Benevolent Posse, the San Ynez Valley Equestrian Center, and some very generous donors. Here's a look at the new Hilf Douglas Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Mounted Unit stable.
In 2015, we launched a campaign to build a barn for the Sheriff's Mounted Unit. And fortunately, the San Ynez Valley Equestrian Center came to us and offered us a long-term lease on property that was ideal for the Mounted Unit, and that's the Equestrian Center property itself. Since then, we were working to raise the funds, and we fortunately have had a couple of wonderful donors step up and make it possible for us to make a reality the new home for the Sheriff's Mounted Unit.
It's really an exciting project to have completed for us. It's something we've been working on for years and years. The Benevolent Posse pulled together, the community pulled together to fund this project, and it's finally completed. So now we have a central location to train, we have a central location to stage for deployments, and we have a place that our Mounted Unit members can keep their horses.
When you look at the Mounted Unit, they are a wonderfully cohesive unit. You see them in the streets, you see them in crowd control, and you see how well behaved their horses are and how well trained they are. That doesn't happen by accident, and it doesn't happen overnight. The unit drills on a regular basis. All of their horses have to be certified. All of the deputies who ride in the mounted unit have to be certified. So they have to get together on a regular and consistent basis to be trained for any eventuality that they may have to deal with.
The fact that the new unit barn is centrally located in the San Ynez Valley, as well as being located on an existing equestrian facility, gives us the ability to train right outside the barn. We have arenas here at our disposal. We have sensory equipment here at our disposal. We even have access to trails locally that we can ride out straight from the barn to do endurance training. So it really gives us everything we need to be able to train these horses and get them prepared for any of the deployments we do.
As we have created this home, which we're really proud of, we're also looking to the future at things that we might be able to do to help bring the Sheriff's Office even more in touch with the community. One of those things is we're hoping to put together a program that reaches out to children, to the Sheriff's Junior Posse, which existed several years ago, and we hope to recreate that, and to do programs that involve more and more members of the community and help us to create additional programs that provide for the vital needs of the Sheriff's Office and allow us to continue to grow and help serve the men and women who serve and protect us.
All them right. Yo.
In addition to providing crowd control, rural patrol, and search and rescue services, the mounted unit also represents the Sheriff's Office in parades. This past August, the mounted unit marched down State Street in Santa Barbara for the Old Spanish Days Historical Parade, one of the nation's largest equestrian parades. This year, the team was also selected for the first time in the agency's history as one of only 3 law enforcement mounted units to participate in this year's 128th Annual Tournament of Roses Parade in Pasadena. We look forward to showing you a recap of our appearance and a wrap-up of this memorable experience on our next edition of the Sheriff's Roundup. Speaking of parades, members of the Deputy Sheriff's Association marched alongside Special Olympics athletes in the annual downtown Santa Barbara Christmas Parade. All of the participants enjoyed the support of the many locals who cheered them on as they made their way down State Street. This is a long-standing tradition and one that we look forward to every year. Well done, special athletes and members of the DSA. Another tradition the Sheriff's Office participates in every year is Halloween in Isla Vista. Historically, this event has attracted thousands of people and resulted in hundreds of arrests and citations. But after years of hard work on the part of the students and many Isla Vista stakeholders, Halloween in Isla Vista is now earning a much different reputation. Here's Lieutenant Ruben Cintron of the Isla Vista Foot Patrol to tell us how it went this year.
This year was my first year out here at the Isla Vista Foot Patrol. I'm the station commander out here. I was responsible to put the Halloween operation together. Halloween this year was a tremendous success, and I think that's a culmination of all the work that has been done by all the different stakeholders, the Sheriff's Department personnel, as well as UCIV, the property managers, and UCSB. All that work has culminated in us having a safe Halloween. We had a very successful Friday night, not too many crowds out. The crowds were like any other normal Friday night. And as Saturday night rolled in, again, we had another successful night, and we were able to send those personnel home by 10 o'clock. That prompted us to cut staffing completely for Sunday and Monday down to just foot patrollers. It allowed a lot of the Sheriff's Department personnel to have a Halloween at home. Saturday night, UCSB sponsored a concert on campus, which drew all the students from Isla Vista community out to the campus, say approximately 6,000 people, and that contributed to ensuring that the streets out here in Isla Vista were safe and the students had something to keep them away from being out in the streets. In 2013, our crowd estimates were from 12 to 15,000 people. We had about 225 arrests, 249 citations, and 51 medical transports. This year's Halloween, we had 26 arrests, we had 46 citations, and 13 medical transports. As we walked the streets, there were a few students that maybe had their music up, and deputies were able to go up and knock on the door, and they were compliant. The majority of the students out here behaved.
I would just say, keep it off, and I don't think you'll get a ticket. You guys will be good. Any questions? No. All right, cool. Have a good night. Be safe.
The students kept this party local, and the Sheriff's Department is extremely grateful.
Thanks to everyone who has been a part of changing the culture in Isla Vista to make Halloween a safe and local celebration. After 8 weeks of interactive classes, 38 Santa Barbara County residents graduated this past November from the Citizens Academy. The participants ranged from 18 to 82 years of age with different backgrounds, life experience, and perspectives. The group included students, business owners, an author, media members, activists, and retirees, just to name a few. This is the largest Citizens Academy class and the second time that the Sheriff's Office has collaborated with UCSB, the UCSB Police Department, and the City of Goleta to put on this free program. The Citizens Academy is designed to give members of the public an inside look at some of what law enforcement does on a daily basis to keep our citizens safe. During the course of the program, the participants toured the jail, fired a handgun, took interactive classes in active shooter training, use of force, search and seizure law, building searches, and arrest and control, just to name a few. At the conclusion, everyone agreed it was an eye-opening experience. To find out when the next Citizens Academy is being offered, go to our website at www.sbsheriff.org and sign up to receive Nixle alerts, or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Kyle Bibby.
The Sheriff's Office is pleased to welcome 9 new Sheriff's deputies to our ranks. After 5 months of comprehensive training, which included more than 640 hours of instruction, 29 recruits graduated on December the 8th from the prestigious Allen Hancock Law Enforcement College Academy. 9 of those recruits were sponsored and hired by the Sheriff's Office. They were sworn in by Under Sheriff Bernard Malekian before a formal graduation ceremony attended by dignitaries, family, and friends. Congratulations to James Ferber for receiving the Firearms Award and Christopher Morales for receiving the Arrest and Control Award. Dustin Weinbrenner was selected by his class as the most inspirational. The class ranged in age from 22 to 40 and included collegiate athletes, those with associate's or bachelor's degrees, one with a master's degree, and several with military experience. The Sheriff's Office also recently welcomed Sheriff's Deputies Jared Roca and Jason Reed, and we hired Brian Godino as a custody deputy. Fabiana Velarde and Valera Reyes were hired as administrative office professionals. We welcomed Kevin Crabtree as our new parking enforcement officer and Stephen Akiyoshi as a utility worker. We wish all of our employees a great career ahead of them in the Sheriff's Office. While we welcome these new faces, we also said goodbye to some very familiar ones that have moved on to retirement and will be missed. After 13 years working as our Chief Financial Officer, Doug Martin relocated out of state to enjoy a well-deserved retirement. Resident Deputy Paul Wyram also moved to a scenic spot after serving the Sheriff's Office for 22 years, most of which was spent protecting and serving the Cuyama Valley. Custody Deputy Michelle Travis retired after 22 years of service. We appreciate the positive impact that each one of these dedicated employees has made during their time at the Sheriff's Office, and we wish them a healthy and enjoyable retirement. Chaplain and Community Outreach Coordinator Ivan Vorster also retired from the Sheriff's Office after many years of helping inmates at the jail. Ivan was honored at the first ever Jail Volunteer Appreciation Dinner, held in December at Earl's Place in the Earl Warren Showgrounds.
And so, Father, I thank you for the time that I have been able to minister. Thank you for the love and the support of so many people. I pray in Jesus' name.
Ivan started as a volunteer himself with the Sheriff's Office, and during his time at the jail, he has consoled and counseled countless numbers of inmates and staff members in need. Dan Gaither, who was hired as Ivan's replacement as the Community Outreach Coordinator, was also honored at the Jail Volunteer Appreciation Dinner. Dan was recognized as the Volunteer of the Year for his 20 years of assisting incarcerated men at the jail by ministering to them and leading services. Both Ivan and Dan have spent thousands of hours helping inmates, and we owe them a debt of gratitude, as we do to all of the volunteers who dedicate their time to those in need. We also want to take a moment and congratulate our systems engineer extraordinaire, Christy Glisson, for receiving the Sheriff's County Employee of the Month Award for November. Christy received her honorary resolution of commendation at a Board of Supervisors meeting. Thank you, Christy, for the fine work that you do, and congrats on your well-deserved recognition. The Sheriff's Office had a booth at the Avocado Festival in Carpinteria this year, and we appreciated the great turnout of people, many of whom stopped by to thank deputies for their service. Adults and kids alike enjoyed checking out the inside of a patrol car. Sheriff's Office personnel who work different assignments were on hand to explain more of what they do. Human Resources personnel were also there all weekend long, providing information on how to apply for a job at the Sheriff's Office. We're always looking for quality candidates who want to make a difference by protecting and serving others in their community. If you're interested in joining our team of professionals, go to the employment section of our website at www.sbsheriff.org and fill out an interest card. And finally, we may have some future forensic specialists after a field trip came to Sheriff's headquarters recently. A group of second graders from San Rafael School learned all about fingerprints and how they help us solve crimes. Crime scene technician Nancy Fabella did a great job of showing how no two fingerprints are alike and how we leave impressions of our fingerprints everywhere we go. We hope the field trip left a lasting impression on these second graders, and maybe that one day, about 12 or 13 years from now, one of them may just want to join our forensics team.
We love forensics in the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Department.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of the Sheriff's Roundup. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting us while we protect your safety.